I was like, what the fuck, bro? I was hearing
Nah,
three.
bro. We ain't hear a damn thing you said, bro.
I wanted to hear everything Smash said about him, who he is, because I had questions. But
Well, yeah,
I want
that's actually where I was going to take this. So,
okay,
welcome, ladies
cool,
and
cool,
gentlemen, to
cool.
another episode of Everyday Black Man Podcast, a podcast with authentic black male thoughts. I'm Riker. I'm joined by R. Reed, Sham, and the libertarian formerly known as Black. This week we have a special guest, Smash the World TV from Bet the House podcast. You can follow us on Twitter, EVYD Black Men, Instagram Everyday Black Men, Everyday Black Men Facebook page. We also have a Patreon. It's EBMP. We have all kinds of cool episodes that are exclusive. We'll sing happy birthday to you and give your wife relationship advice. You can also go to our website at www.everydayblackmen.com. None of that Kodak Black. But Smash the World TV, man, you are a big feature in the podcasting space. Over 300 episodes. See, I corrected that from the Patreon. Over 300 episodes, moving toward 500. Man, who are you? Tell the people, what is your podcast about? Where can they find you?
All right, who am I?
Petey Pop.
I'm just a guy trying to make it. Just trying to make it in this world, man. Like leave my mark, leave my imprint with my voice. I am the creator of Bet the House podcast. We have no filter when you say whatever they.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I was saying is I am I am the host and the creator of Bet the House podcast. We don't hold back. I think that was the key part of me becoming a podcast. When I want, how I want, and not being told what I can't say. When you go to a church, they tell you to be quiet, focus up on the pastor. When you go to the library, they tell you be quiet, focus on your books. When you're in school, they tell you keep your eyes on your own paper and be quiet. When you're, you know what I'm saying? So with podcasting, I wanted to do something to what I can and cannot say. And to me, that was important because I wanted to do it. So that's what we are. Let the house just have fun and we just express ourselves. I think that's all. That's all. Pretty much anybody wants to do is express themselves how they want to be expressed.
You ever want to get butt naked and dance in front of your front door window?
Yeah.
No, nigga.
You got a window on your door?
Unless I got a woman there with me. Other than
Where
that,
did the
I'm
name
cool.
where did the name Smash come from?
All right, so my name has a meaning behind it. My podcast name is Big Smash, but it has born in grace, same man, the same hood. It means, you know, I carry myself highly wherever I am, and no matter where I go in life, I'll never forget where I came from, and I'll never change who I am to fit with the world. So that's what Big
Where
Smash
you
stands for.
where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago.
I got a friend from Chicago.
Damn,
She always
you from
drag her age
Chicago?
out in the middle of it.
You
Yeah,
alive?
I'm from.
That's crazy as fuck.
Depends on what part of Chicago.
Hey, I'm from Inglewood. I'm from the same neighborhood Derrick Rose is from.
You from
That
where
So
was a
Derrick
very
Rose from?
angry area.
I'm from Arkansas, bro.
That
yeah,
place.
Yeah,
Chicago.
Pasadena, Arkansas.
I lost a lot of homies, man. So I felt like at this point in my life, I got to move around. You know what I'm saying? I got to move around. I felt like the saying is if they get everybody around you, shit, you next. So you know, if everybody around you is passing or leaving the earth, ain't nobody else to hit but you. So I had to move around.
I'm glad that you left that place because it shouldn't be like that. But that's not a good saying, nor is it a popular saying amongst people. Uh,
Yeah. Well, in Chicago it is.
so sounds like
In
a terrible
Chicago it
existence.
is.
I don't know
Yeah.
why niggas still live there. Use your last 10 cent to jump in an old school Honda and get the hell off. Get the hell out that place. Them
Oh
people are
yeah.
niggas. And then y'all niggas are niggas. It's
Chicago
like,
always been that way.
yeah, but I'm saying, get the hell out. There, Louisiana like that too.
Hey,
Yep.
hey, hey! Not the whole state of Louisiana. I got homies. I've been through Louisiana.
You know what
It's
parts
it's
from
just
Castleberry.
most of it.
It is most. It's like 80%. I'm not gonna
You know what
96.
part is? Get the hell out.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's people that are attracted to danger, man.
Yeah,
Like
some people stupid.
it's people out here that love the thrill of being shot at. They feel like they ain't made it if they ain't been shot at, or if they
Yeah.
ain't actually been shot. Like take drill culture rappers for instance. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, we are the United States home of drill. So if you don't blow in that city on the music scene unless you've been shot at, or shot someone. So that's I don't understand what's
And
so
to be
big
fair,
about.
that's pretty much rap.
Nah, but they
Nah,
Probably
direct
it,
with
it
80%
theirs.
of rap.
It's
yeah, they direct. We have rappers that'll tell you how many bodies they have on the actual record, and
Oh yeah,
won't
they got
won't.
YouTube videos of them Chicago rappers and what they've done and what they have not done.
Yep, yep.
I watched
So
one on King Von. And I was just like, this nigga wasn't terrible.
they done put so many bodies on King Von since he passed. It ain't even
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, he was terrible. I mean, rest in peace, nigga. He would have been actually that dude could tell a story, and he would have been a very good rapper.
No,
You
he
would have
was going
probably
to
had to leave that.
jail. If he was still alive, he was going to jail.
but
Well,
They they
poetically,
they they they
no,
poetically
I'm,
though.
they.
I'm talking about poetically. I think he would have
Oh,
been like he'd have surpassed that whole crew because he could tell a story and he was very good at doing. Like at first, I was just like, another Chicago nigga who couldn't rap because most niggas to
yep,
me like Dirk, they average, like nothing special.
yep.
That nigga was actually very
He
good.
was good at multiple things.
And he, you know what? I think he got killed because everybody keeps saying, and I think even Dirk knew that if King Von had a been living, he probably would have been bigger than
Yeah.
Dirk is right now. And I think
He would have been bigger than Dirk.
that's what that be what these rappers that sign these other rappers be fearing. Like
He
this dude
shouldn't
might
fear it. He should
actually
always
be,
be happy and back the fuck
yeah.
up and just take their money.
Well, see, in Chicago, it's a crabs in a bucket mentality. Like ain't no watching watch be happy for the next motherfucker that's coming up. Nah, that
I
should
didn't
be
say
me.
be happy. I said benefit. Benefit because like if you watch how Eminem, like 50 got bigger than Eminem for a little while and then he backed up. Like he still ain't bigger than Eminem now, but
Yeah,
at one time 50 got bigger than Eminem. 50 was probably the biggest rapper on the planet his first 2, 3 albums. And then he just backed the fuck up. Dre did it with Eminem. He just backed the fuck up. Like you just back the fuck up. If you get
Just
somebody
make the
that
money.
successful, dude, it's just that he would have had to leave that street
but see
culture.
them they were older. They were older and more refined in the game. Lil
I
Durk is
agree.
not. Lil Durk wasn't taking no back seat to King Von, and they like damn they're the same age. Like nah,
Right.
I ain't doing that. You know, pride be a motherfucker
I don't know.
nowadays.
I ain't heard that yet. I heard. The question is, did he put him in that situation for that situation? Because they made it seem like he was his soldier.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they do that? Like,
Yeah, but the rumor, and I say rumor, but the rumor is that they were kind of like on the odds before Vaughn left anyway. You know what I'm saying? They would never all they have insinuated that they were at odds with each other. They wasn't as cool as they made it seem. Like so it was definitely something there, so I think you got to look at it like the whole Tupac and Death Row thing. Like eventually, dudes outgrow they situations and want to move how they want to move.
I
And
always,
so,
I always used to say if Pac was alive, he'll be a senator. They was like, what? I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, that nigga would have been a senator. They're like,
Senator
no, he
I
wouldn't.
don't
might
know
have
about
been
president.
president.
I don't know
I
about
could,
president.
I would vote for Tupac for president. I'm not saying he would be running,
I
but
feel like
if
that
he
would.
was, I would vote
I
for him.
He'd have been at
Shit.
he
least the
could
House
have. I
representative or
would put
something.
more on Tupac getting shit done in a political seat of office than Kanye West, and that's just me.
They are definitely gonna try to assassinate him though.
They already did.
Touche.
Now I'm saying like if he was alive and he was running for president, they would definitely
You
be
know
on that.
Tupac mama and his daddy and they history in the Black
Exactly.
Panthers, like
They're not gonna allow that.
they knew
Oh
he was
no.
trying to change his leaf though. If you heard the stories around it, he was trying to get the hell out of that gangster rap shit.
Yep.
He was trying.
Malcolm X is in
You know,
there.
whatever.
I miss Tupac, man.
Facts.
Yeah, I always wonder if he was around, would he be? Just like all these young niggas dying now. Like some of these niggas are relevant. Like Migos as a group, they relevant, but individually, they not as
Yeah, I
relevant
don't
as they
really.
like. I mean, they
I
don't.
can't recognize
Mama.
a Migo like out in public. I'm not gonna lie.
I could kind of recognize them, but since I'm from Atlanta, they just
That's what I
dreadhead niggas, so I don't know. I mean, yeah, I
like. You
mean,
go outside, you see a Migo alone without security. You would have to like really be looking at his ass. Like, are you actually
I
famous?
wouldn't know. And I probably personally wouldn't care.
The
Go
real
ahead.
question. The real
Go
question is,
ahead.
could you beat Amigo? Could you beat
Yeah,
Amigo ass?
I watched those three. Them
Well,
they
they weren't big niggas.
three of those niggas tried to fight gunplay. He was fighting these niggas off successfully. I don't think a lot of people would have too much trouble fighting off at least two out of the three bare minimum.
One of
Well,
them
it,
kind
it,
of
it would have to
hot.
be two out
The
of the
one
three
that's
because one
married
Hey,
to
of them
bro,
Cardi,
dead.
I'd already focused.
the one married to
I
Cardi kind of
already
big.
accounted for that with my math. Why you do that to me?
You already did, bro. You had to do it like that. Dang, Black Libertarian, you taking it to a dark place. We was having fun, man. We was talking about
Wait,
Chicago. This
wait,
What's
nigga
ain't
dark
just
ain't
about it? The
Chicago
nigga
a dark
dead. It's a
place? Hold
fact.
up,
I
no,
mean,
you
it's
act
not
like
like
we
he
came from a
alive.
light subject, bro. What?
nah,
It's
nah, nah,
definitely,
nah,
Yeah.
it's
nah.
definitely Chicago is
Chicago's a
definitely
light
a dark,
subject.
but
You know what? For the first time on this podcast, the dark skins outweigh the light skins, and I'm really happy about that.
Well, it's
It's terrible.
normally a
It's
tie.
terrible. But go ahead,
That's
Smash.
always on this podcast.
I,
It's
I
always,
know, but
y'all,
he's saying
y'all
it's
stop
now.
discounting my nigga.
Again, can y'all let Smash finish his point?
oh man, man, I like I said, me getting away changed my life because I was out here. I had a lot of
God
kids. I got
damn,
9
nigga.
children.
Shit.
Um,
Oh,
I was
Hold on,
out
run
here.
that back. Run that back, bro. You got 9 kids.
Yeah, I got 9
God
kids.
damn.
At the time when I left Chicago, I had
Oh,
7,
you like tack on two more?
and I was yeah, no, I got married, and she had twins. So she
oh,
had
okay.
2 kids on her own. So I got married. So, but
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Shit.
So we the same age. You got
Oh,
9 kids, and I got
you've been
one.
lacking, bro.
Man, listen, and I actually want 3 more.
I
So
got three
Hey,
now
Nigga
man, I'm
just
because we
all
getting
swapped.
for it,
married.
bro. I am
I got, I
all
got,
for it.
I got 3
but
already because we getting married now. But damn,
I feel like man, as long as you can take care of them, have as many as you want.
Prosper and
You
be
know what I'm saying?
fruitful.
Have a ball.
no, hold on, bro. Let's review some things. What's your grocery bill look like?
My who?
Your grocery bill.
Oh, my grocery bill. Uh, man, we
Like
spend
rent.
shit. Yeah. But the thing about it is, I got an EBT card, so you know what I'm
I
A
feel,
saying.
I
lot
That
of
feel.
shit.
helped.
EBT, nigga,
so
you need 3 more of them E's, bro. You need an
so yeah, yeah.
EBT.
So
Well, how many
um,
baby mamas you got, bro?
I got 4.
That's a round number. I respect that.
But see, here's the thing with me. Um, I always felt like I was gonna have a lot of kids. I felt that. I jumped off the porch. I was fucking at the age of 12, so I already knew like I was gonna have a lot of kids. I knew
Your
that
older
shit.
homies ain't teach you to pull out method?
Man, it wasn't even that. It was like shit. I lived that YOLO life. Like shit, you only live once. Whatever happens, happens. But I was actually in relationships with these women. It wasn't just random ass women. I was actually in relationships with them. Some of them at the same time, some of them separately. But I felt like I got tired of going to funerals. I was going to funerals like every 2 weeks. I was going to a funeral. That's how ugly it was around me. And my kids, I got the feeling and thinking like, if I pass right now, what is my kids gonna have? What are they gonna have? What do I leave them with? Because at the time, I was making a killing off selling computer programs and CDs and DVDs and workout videos and shit like that. I didn't have a 9 to 5, and My thing was, as more of these kids coming, it got dawned on me like, okay, what we finna do? So I made the decision that in order for me to really, really, really get on my shit, I have to go someplace where I don't know anybody, I don't know any hoods, I don't know the homies, I don't know none of that. I gotta go somewhere and do something else. And that's what I did. Like I left. That was shit for me to do, but it was also the best decision for me and my kids. I left and then, I changed my life around. I got out to the streets doing dumb stuff and I started focusing on a career and focusing on going to school and doing things like that. So I didn't know nothing about 401ks and stocks and bonds and all that. I didn't know nothing about this stuff until I left because now I felt like, all right, I got no distraction. Nobody's distracting me. Can't nobody distract me. I'm focused. I'm locked in. So when we did that, I feel like that was the greatest move I ever did, and it sucked leaving because my kids. I go from seeing my kids every day to, seeing them every other weekend. So I evolved from that, and I became something more important. And then I grew up to the point where, I found a woman that wanted to marry a dude with 7 kids who had drive, who had motivation, who had a grind to actually do something in this world. So these are the things that put the stepping stones. So now when I did come back to my kids, when they did see me, when they did come visit me, they don't have to duck and dodge bullets. They don't have to, duck under tables when gunshots rang off or people fight or things like that. These are things that I'm proud of now because I feel like I'm doing things my way. I always had my own roadmap on how I want to do it. Chicago was rough, but it also made me who I am, and I had that feeling like if I could make it here, I truly can make it anywhere. That was my whole basis of growing. Like I can't stand stagnant. I hate being stagnant. Like I feel like every day I have to do something. I have to do something more than what I did yesterday. So growth was key for me, and you miss the homies, you miss the neighborhood, you miss things like that. But you also don't want to be missed when you're gone because you decided to stick around in the hood longer than you should have. The goal has always been to get out the hood. I don't know somebody who just wakes up like, yo, I like living in these circumstances every day of their life. Like I like living in where I gotta duck gunshots and people getting robbed and stabbed and killed. And I don't want to live in that type of environment. It happens more regularly than people think, but you got to learn how to be smart, especially when you got kids. So we evolved and we moved forward, and that's basically what I got from it. Chicago is dark, but your environment is just your environment. You don't like it, change it.
That's environmentally correct.
I have to agree with your sentiments there, bro. That's an amazing story.
Hold on, you said something interesting. Well, let me go ask you a question. Oh, I got a question. He said something.
Yeah. My question was, have you killed anybody?
Okay, no, that's not what we're talking about, right? That's not what
Nah,
we're
man, I ain't never killed nobody.
See, that's the right answer, bro. That's the best answer
Yeah,
you
I
could
ain't
give
never
because
killed nobody.
So my question with your family situation, you said something. It was hard to find a woman to accept you that you had 7 kids that would marry you? Because I don't think that's hard. I think statistically that
No,
makes it easier.
no, it's not hard to find a woman. It's hard to find a good one.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? It was hard to find a good woman who knew my story and knew what I came with. But I think the beauty of it is because I've had people walk out on dates with me after expressing how many kids I have or how attentive I am to my kids if they call during a date or something like that. Because a lot of women would be like, oh, he has all these kids. That means he doesn't have enough time or enough money to spend on me. And I've had people tell me that, you know, like to my face. So it wasn't hard finding. Of finding a woman. It was just more so finding a good woman, finding the woman for me.
Did she have kids when you?
Yeah, she had two boys.
Did you count those kids in your numbers, or you didn't count?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Good man. Because Cindy does it too. He
Man's
counts his
man.
kids as
Oh yeah.
fiance's kids.
I had to, man. Like, you know, I've been around
It,
them for 4 years, so I technically see them as mine because I feel like, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You can't
I
take the
mean,
woman without taking the
if you
kid.
put food in them, I mean, you can, but
Yeah.
it's terrible. It makes you a terrible person. You know, you can, but once you're a terrible person, allegedly, she can have her kids. Not fight.
Facts.
But yeah, I don't think anything. I don't know. The older I get, the more and more I am accepting that. When we were younger, and my friends, they always date women with kids somehow haphazardly. I don't know what he would do. And we all had no kids, and we used to call that nigga stepdaddy.
Fact.
And now he's the only one in our crew without kids. Just to think about it. Yeah, he's the
Listen,
only
man,
one without kids of his own.
I stopped dating women with multiple baby daddies. Up when right a little bit before I got married, I came in with a rule like, um, you can have kids. I had no issue with you having kids, but I felt like anything more than one baby daddy was not a match for me because I got involved in a shootout. Not I wasn't in the shootout per se, but the woman had I was in the house and the woman had two baby daddies. And I don't know, I guess they pulled up at the same time or whatever, and she wouldn't let them in because I was there. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they thought the reason that they couldn't get in was because of the other. So they had a big ass shootout. Nobody got hit or nothing, but they had a big ass shootout in front of her place. So I said, yeah, we ain't doing this no more. I don't care how good it is, because my thing used to be, if you had 4 or 5 kids, I wanted to see what it is that's making every dude you get with bust in you. So I wanted to see what the fuss was about. Oh yeah, that shootout changed my whole opinion on women with multiple baby daddies.
I think pullout game just weak. I don't think I think most niggas
You're
just don't
terrible,
pull it.
Reed.
I mean, I don't
Absolutely
know.
terrible. Well,
I
no, but
mean,
I think that's maturity is to learn from the situation, because there are some people who have just been like, that's a Wednesday, and it's like, nah, bro, you gotta care about yourself and also care about your kids, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're responsible to them.
them niggas was on an ego trip. I didn't even have to be there to know all of that was about egos.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, y'all ain't got no beef. She let y'all both nut in her pussy. What the other nigga got to do with anything else? Like, y'all niggas tripping. I feel like, nigga, both y'all nutting her. Like, hey, what are y'all beefing for? Y'all both, like,
Still fucked though.
I mean, I don't understand the beef. I'll be confused.
Yeah. Say that again.
I don't know. I wouldn't understand the beef between somebody else, the baby daddy, and me. I'd be like, bro, we what we beefing for? Like, like I don't get it. Like, I'll be so confused.
Well, I think with and this is just speaking off my experience. Like, when I met my wife, her her kid's father was not in the picture at all. Like, he wasn't nowhere in sight. But it was like the moment that he found out, or he got a hint that she was actually dealing with someone who stepping up, taking care of her and his kids, it's then that he wanted to become a I want my family back ass nigga. And that pissed me off.
You got to
Like,
be
dude,
faster
you
than that.
had these kids haven't seen you. Yeah, these kids haven't seen you. They haven't been around you. And now all of a sudden, because I'm in the picture, so now you want to step up because now you feel like she might actually be happy. Nah. I think that's where a lot of people's beefs come from.
Now,
Ex
it's your,
sees. Hmm?
your question. Did you have a problem with him forming a relationship with children, or he was trying to do the whole thing? Because that means he didn't want the
No,
children.
no.
He
He
just wanted
was
her.
he anything he wanted to do for them had to be attached to her.
Oh,
Like
then
he
no, he didn't want the kid.
like he would do some slick shit like I'm in town, I thought I'd take you and the kids out to dinner and shit like that.
No,
And
take your kids. They can take your kids.
yeah, I'd be in the background like you can come get your kids, chief. Like, but this woman is not included in that package.
That's
So
your package
he
now.
Trying to keep me away from my kids.
and
You
then
trying to
it would
keep me.
always it would always become I well never mind if you ain't going you ain't in never mind, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like anything he wanted to do for the kids, he wanted to include her. And I just be like, nah, we're not doing that. Like
That nigga's a trash ass
so
human being.
I think he really I think he really ramped it up after we got married. He really ramped up his disappearances after that. After we got married and he realized that it was really nothing else he could do. He pops in every blue moon. Like I will never stop a dude from ever, you know what I'm saying, trying to be involved with their kids. I would never do that because I would never want nobody to do that shit to me. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna try to include yourself in this family photo thinking the frame is big enough. Nah, chief, that shit dead. It's over with. Like you had an opportunity, you blew it. Now you just gotta live with it because it was this one I knew it was bullshit. That was he was supposed to get them last summer. So he was supposed to get them. We was gonna fly out there and take them to him. Once he found out I was coming, because I definitely wasn't letting her finna go fly to I think he was in Atlanta or some shit. Definitely wasn't finna have that. Now it's nothing against her, but it's more so with him. So I told her like, yo, I'm gonna go with you. Once he found out I was coming, he started making up a whole bunch of excuses on as to why he couldn't get them right now, that moment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I pretty much knew it was bullshit. Like, nah, Chief, you thought that she was gonna fly out there and you thought you was gonna have a chance to go ahead on and shoot your shot one last time and try to be on some I'm a seducer type shit. But what you didn't know is that I was coming, and once you found out I was coming, he flipped the script up. So it was like, man, I never stop a dude from being active in your kids' lives, but your boundaries are drawn. You know what I'm saying? You might
You're her husband.
have
You're supposed to do that. You don't
yeah,
put her in situations in which, whatever.
yeah,
That's not even saying you don't trust her or anything. You just don't put people in those kind of situations.
yeah.
Because a lot of women are called that controlling, by the way. And that's
I
why they're
mean,
single. That's why
yeah,
they're single.
and it's controlling to a sense because but here's the thing though, and I'm gonna tell you the difference. When I met her, she met all my kids' mothers. Like before we even got serious, she met all my kids' mothers. Two of my kids' mothers are in relationships with women. So she knew like there's nothing going on with them. And absolutely. My oldest, I haven't been with my oldest son. He's 16. He's about to be 16. I haven't been with his mother since he was 6 months. So that's over 15 years where we have had no type of contact sexually, anything like that. And then I feel like with me and my kids' mothers, we get along because we took the fucking out of it. Like we are not fucking, we are not having relations, and that makes it so much easier to co-parent.
No, 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 it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
And
Well, for
Your
me,
what
for
you
me,
situation's
mean? Yes, it
special.
does.
Your
I
situation's
can speak.
special, bro. You
I can
can't talk
speak
on
for
it.
me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
no, he's
saying?
right.
So, once she met all my kids' mother, she had to meet him. You know what I'm saying? It was only right. When this dude came along, this dude didn't want to meet me. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying, try to bypass me like I was one of them or some shit. So this is when I knew shit was different. Like, nah, like I'm not again. I hear the conversations of what he tried to be on, and I'm like, yo, I had to nip it in the bud. Like I had to really let him know, like, yo, that is over with.
You know what I'm saying? You want to see your kids, you want to get your kids, you want to talk to your kids, have a ball. But if you're not talking to her about your kids, y'all really ain't got nothing to talk about, Chief. And this is her initiating that and letting him know like that's over with. But he doesn't listen. He thinks like, oh, I still got mind control over this situation. I'm your kid's father. I got rank, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I had to let him know, like, nah, that's not how that works, Chief. Because in order to actually pull that card, you have to be doing your job as a father. You're not. So um I think that's where he pretty much got the hint. Like, yo, it don't move like that. We are a unit. Me and her are a unit. We move as one. Like, you don't get one without the other. You can't, do some snaky shit to her and think that she's not gonna feel me in. That's the bond that we have. That's the bond that we chose to have. So once he figured that out, he strictly keeps it to the kids. Like, and when he calls. You know what I'm saying? When he wants to call, he's free to call. Nobody's holding him back. But I think him being bitter and him being in a space where, he lost what he should have kept, he feels like, oh, time is gonna wait, and I'm gonna wait it out and then, eventually because I get this feeling. I don't know if it's true or not, but I get this feeling that every couple months he calls the kids just to check in on them, just to see, because he always asks like who y'all with, what I'm saying, things like that. So it's like I kind of get like he kind of trying to fish information out of them on the low. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I hate too. Like, dog, just talk to your kids about your kids. They're growing up. Ask them how they're doing in school. You don't have to ask them how your mama doing and all that other shit. Like that's not none of your business. Like, leave that where it is, type of thing. So I ain't never gonna tell nobody don't be a father, but if you're gonna be a father, be a father. That's my basis of it.
Spoken like a true father.
Exactly.
Oh, you said 11?
I mean, I think from like dating women with kids, that if a nigga not having a lot of niggas, they not having sex with that woman, often they don't deal with the kids. That's what I think. You should eliminate sex and just deal with the kids. Like, bro, don't go back and forth with that bitch. It's like you ain't doing
Not
yourself
going
no
back
favors,
and
nor
forth
you doing
with
the
these
kids no
niggas.
favors.
What?
Yeah. Listen, like, I think a lot of times dudes want you to crash out. They want you to, go there. They want a woman to see, oh, he still care about me because he willing to fight over me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was one of them dudes where, like, I got your kid. You know what I'm saying? I am your baby's father, so I do have that rank. And I used to have that mentality, but then it was like, yo, I could fight this dude a million times and you're still going to be with him. So what is the point of me fighting this dude? Like, why are we fighting? If the basis of every time I fight this dude and you still go back to lick his wounds, what's the point? Why are we sitting here? Like, I'm gonna get the message and move on with the situation. I spent the block. Listen, in my relationships, I spent the block or I kept people on hold because I felt like they was always gonna be there until they wasn't there no more. Or until I spent the block and somebody else was standing there with them. So it was like sometimes you gotta just accept that L and move on. Niggas lose good women every day, B, and good dudes pick up good women every day, B. That's how it is.
The ebb and the flow, man. There's
I learned
always another one. Always
I
another one.
learned
Go
at
ahead,
a
Reed.
young age, and I tell all men, never chase no woman. If she want to be with you, she'll be with you. Like even if
Yep.
you're in public and she walk away from you, ain't most times, 9 times out of 10, if a woman walk away from you in public trying to make a spectacle, 9 times out of 10 you chase her, you gonna go to jail, bro. Like, if y'all arguing and she walk away, let her ass walk away. Go to your goddamn car. Don't chase her. There's gonna be some kind of argument, embarrassment, loudness, police get called, or some nigga gonna go play captain and save him. Like, nigga, just let her go. She walk away, let her go. Like, oh, you running away? Oh, okay, bye, I'm gone. You don't come to me, I'm not coming to you.
Bro, I can't do that, bro. Like we at the restaurant or some shit, I gotta chase her down. Get her to come back to the table, calm her down, go to the bathroom, and then leave her because she got to pay that check, bro. I'm not.
I'm with you on that one, though. That restaurant is different. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
A restaurant is different, bro. It is actually really, really different. But I mean,
But don't
knowing
test it.
everything that you know now, Big Smash, would you have a different life if you had been with that first woman all throughout this time?
Yeah. I honestly think my life would have been a little different. I probably wouldn't have as many kids. I probably would have some free money to spend. Um, but I think I would have had multiple kids. I just don't think I would have been going from relationship to relationship having kids. But I also know that I wouldn't have been happy. When I got with her, we was 19, 18, 19, and we were just barely getting by, you know. She got pregnant when she left for school. She left for school. When she left for school, I think we was together for like 2 years before she left for school. And I wasn't doing no long distance relationships. So we pretty much, called it quits. And with her, me being her first, it was really hard for her to leave and to call quits. But I'm the type of dude, I ain't gonna hold you back from nothing you want to do. So she left for school only to find out that she was pregnant. So me being who I am, I felt like, yeah, I'm about to be a father for the first time. I got to do what I got to do. Like I didn't want her to leave school, but she felt like that was best because we had to be together. This was our first experience of being into parenthood. But I also knew like I felt like a failure when I was dealing with her. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't working. Like I provided for my child. Yes, absolutely. But I didn't provide for her. It was like the loving stopped. I was happy that I had a woman. I was happy that I was a father. I was happy. But I knew that I was failing because I was too busy in the streets. I was too busy still fucking other women and things like that. So I knew like, yeah, this is not uh sustainable for both of us in order for this to work. So I think my life would be different, but I wouldn't be happy. I think having multiple children's mothers would have been different, but I don't think I would have been happy. I don't think I didn't feel like any of my kids' mothers was the one for me. I didn't get that feeling with any of them. Like, yeah, we're here for the moment. We're enjoying this for the moment. But as far as being forever, I don't see us being forever. I don't see us, standing in front of the man above and saying I do. I just didn't see it. And with her, I am grateful that, she's a great mother, great friend. But I just felt like yeah, this wasn't gonna work as far as us being a couple. And I wasn't gonna hold nobody back from nothing that they wanted to do. She wanted things that I couldn't give her. She wanted a family and a coming home every day and doing all of this and all that. And I just couldn't give her that. So I basically, told her she could move on. And when she moved on, I still didn't know how to adjust to it. So you know, I ended up getting locked up for fighting the dude that eventually became her second baby daddy. And I ended up going to jail and having to fight a case, an assault case. And I think once I found out that she was about to have this dude baby, that's when I gave up the thrill. The thrill is no longer there. It's like, why am I fighting this dude? He's going to be there. Y'all finna bring a new life into this world. And I for damn sure ain't taking care of another nigga baby if they so happen to break up because that should have been my baby type shit. So um I just felt like sometimes, yeah, you can be with somebody, but that don't necessarily mean you're gonna be happy.
I respect that. I feel like a lot of
man, it's
people
deep.
kind of get caught up on, oh, if it had been that person. But like when you get older and more mature, if you look back at that first one, knowing what you know now, like if you really look at it without those rose colored like shades on, you see the flaws and you're like, would it really have been better? This thing I had been wanting on like this whole time. If I look back at it objectively, it wouldn't have been good. It was just like I guess the romance bullshit or whatever. First and all that bullshit.
After the love is gone. But yeah, I think I'm in a similar vein. Like I know we would have just been cheating and screwing around and probably would have had
Mhm.
at least one kid that wasn't mine if I had stayed with my first one. That'd have been a very toxic relationship on both sides, both emotionally, likely physically, because she liked to fight.
You heard it here,
It would have
folks.
been
Riker beats
terrible. It would
women.
have been no, bro. Nah, bro.
You
She
know
was a
what?
fucking black belt, bro. I was defending myself,
You don't
bro.
have to edit the fuck out of that to make it seem like you were defending yourself, man.
Heck yeah. You want to just beating a bitch.
Just beating bitches. I mean, I would have had 2 baby mamas, bro,
Nah, man.
and I would have had to be beating her ass because the bitch she could fucking throw down. So I had to like really put them hands on her.
Nah, bro, nah. I was just saying, like, bro, I was formerly trained in fighting, and you go up against somebody formerly trained who just does this shit just on a whim.
Tell a bitch you can
And
beat her ass.
Like you just keep trying to hype her up because what you did was beat her ass, but she happened to be like she practiced karate. So you're just trying to highlight the karate part and act like, all right, it's all right.
nah, nah,
I think you
nah,
went a
bro.
little far,
She
a little
was she
pop.
was second
Like Sean
dan,
Connery is
bro.
one thing, but
She knows how to fight.
you out here walloping bitches.
Nah, bro. I ain't going as far as Sean Connery, bro. I ain't going as far as Sean Connery. Like these were like fights where it just be like me going having a regular day, just out of nowhere, fucking goddamn, I forget what you call that fucking kick, but all of a sudden the fucking high kick would be dropped just in my lap because something didn't go her way. And it's like, why the fuck are you mad at me? Because your life was fucked up. Like, you came to school, you fucked it up, you claimed depression, all this other stuff going on, but really, you was unhappy. And instead of you accepting that you're unhappy, you decided to just become a
Yo,
domestic
so
abuser.
you used to be
I mean,
Blueface?
it
You
is
was
what it
dating
is. End
Krishallian
of
and
the day.
then?
Basically, I was Blueface before Blueface was a thing. He just be like minding my day. I mean, the one thing I give her is like the makeup sex was great, and then afterwards we would always watch some goddamn Naruto. But still, bro, Naruto wasn't worth them goddamn fights.
Like the Naruto fights or your fights? Which I don't know which one you're
Yeah.
talking about. Like you mentioned the anime.
No.
Um,
Our fights, and then like the emotional like drama shit and all
yeah,
the
because
other
you.
stuff, and like the fact that half these arguments would start at like 3 a.m. It's like, God damn, you slept all day just to wake up to argue? Like,
Oh,
what
you
the
was
fuck is
definitely beating
wrong
that
with
bitch
you?
ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
No, that long ass
Well,
pause, like you was reminiscing for a moment. Fuck out of here, bro.
no. The one thing I will say is that was back in the days when I used to have really bad, not sleep apnea, but the one where like you move in your sleep. Because
Don't.
that is, I think, one
Oh,
way
you
my body
blaming beating
developed a
her ass on
defense
being a
mechanism.
sleepwalker, nigga? Whatever. Nigga, what?
Nah, bro. I'm just saying, my body learned to defend itself without anything else. I think that's sometimes when, like, people will talk about me and, like, they're like, if you talk to Sleep Riker a different nigga, because Sleep Riker done lived through some things. And so he'll be like, yeah, we can do whatever, because Sleep Riker's trying to be all peaceful. But if you attack Sleep Riker, that nigga will
And
beat
there we
your
have
ass.
actual confirmation of him beating his first love.
No, bro. I lost more than fights than I
And here
probably
we have
won for the
confirmation
game.
that although he has lost fights, he has definitely won and therefore beaten the shit out of his love at one point in his life.
Bro,
Nah,
I
man,
defend myself.
you got it wrong, man. He was fighting for love. Okay, he was
He
fighting. He
was
was
German
That's
fighting.
what
suplexing this
exactly.
bitch
We're
on
fighting for love.
hardwood
We're fighting
floors.
for.
No, sir. No.
He was doing it in the name
We
of
didn't have
love.
hardwood floors, bro. We had old wood floors back then.
Letting her know she's stuck between a rock and a hard place, but love is always
And
gonna
them
win.
hands, apparently.
Look, man, I got nothing but love for any of my exes, no matter how terrible a
Hell
person
no. Fuck.
they may or may not have been. You couldn't even say fuck Black Sapphire. You had to throw the girl's whole goddamn name out.
I don't know her last name.
I think it's Galapagos.
That's her last name.
Damn, that was right.
You leave Galapagos alone.
I think it's Bitch.
Yeah, damn, nigga. That is not her last name.
Middle name?
I'm pretty
Starts
sure
with-
it's Bitch.
It starts with a P, nigga. It starts with a P.
Oh, bitch. Pissy bitch.
Her name is Phyllis.
You leave Phyllis alone. Phyllis Clementine.
Don't
Franklin.
will
All
her
right,
into
I'm just kidding.
existence.
But yeah,
I've been
fuck her.
enjoying life lately. I don't need her around.
Facts.
Bro, she lived not too far from
She
my
stay over
mom.
there.
That's the crazy part.
Inside. Close blinds.